Outlaw, but I mean, we're seeing him on Assassination and Feral and Warrior, Moonwalker Monk. You got to imagine that it wouldn't be that difficult for him to pick up that specialization. But for now, Liquid's going to be happy to pick a Game 1 win in this series. And we mentioned it, this could be the finals, right? Like these two teams are looking really solid right now, cut above the rest. So Liquid would be very happy to steal a win here against Welcome to the Jungle and earn their position in the finals.
I'm gonna have to ask you like ahead of time what your predictions are from now on. I think if this ends up going that way, because like I don't know how much I can handle being just 1 point behind. I gotta find a way to get back in this. So I don't know, man. Betting against Welcome to the Jungle, you bet against Echo, right? I did too, I guess, in that sense. But
oh, did you? Nice.
In the grand final, not the same score.
There's some good teams. That's the thing. It's like these teams are so good, and I know Liquid really wants to win. Like they are. Teachers like they're not coordinating on the screen, making sure they're prioritizing practice as much as possible. You have Samael on the Mage. Like Samael, known for that Mage, he swapped off. We thought of him as a good and then we feel slightly betrayed. Your Boogie brother and his reverse offense, but
curious to see if they want to prioritize those now for the rest of the series.
Maybe. Like my perception of Welcome to the Jungle is that they always just have one composition ready for a matchup, and they just stick with that. That's something that they consistently from like Drake and Prev. Whatever they decide for that series, they just play that one composition.
The only problem with Nick is that I think is he not going to be the rogue main also, so Drake is so Nick is just the mage, so it's simply
honestly, that was what I was thinking about Liquid as well. I feel like Liquid is playing it a little bit too safe. Like, both priests are hesitant in this matchup to actually make some plays, kind of letting their teams attack, waiting for the perfect moments to push in, just trying to avoid polymorphs as much as possible. One kind of difference we're seeing in these games. So we'll see how this opens up. Right now, playing on top of Jang. Jang moving forward with the power and speed. Stun onto Trill. They're going after Sam. Sam might step to Ice Bucket. A nice ult in time. That keeps him alive. He uses the world mistaken as well. So, Sam I am and without much more mistaken. It's a fair trade, but they are continuing to put on pressure on Sam.
Dangerous gamble. We've seen the live mages in the tournament go down with Alter up with like 1 second left on it. Dangerous gamble pays off. And hold on to vital cooldowns. Nick is now getting shredded by a couple Frostfire bolts here. Big crits. From behind is trying to pick him up, but a full blind. He trinkets out. Sam now falling behind. He's trying to mid here. He's going to have to make something of mid guarding its spirit barrier. Now Nick on the back foot. Back forward. Both teams coming out swinging here. Nick makes an interrupt, looking for a polymorph. Not able to land it. Going for it again, and actually does land the polymorph.
chain. So we're going to see not as much crowd control, and these games could go the distance as a result outside of those kind of Icy Vein sort of one-shot moments. Sam Aminet right now looking for some crossfire bolts here on a Nick. He gets fully stunned. Trill rolls over, trying to get some crowd control, but that Holy Ward is going to deny anything just yet. They have to play patient. Going to be immune to crowd control for some time, and that's one difference in this matchup between Zhang and Sea-Doo, is that one specific talent. Sea-Doo is not playing the Holy Ward, I do believe, so not going to have that option. Probably playing the double dispel. I'd have to look at his talents after this. Now he puts away. This is Icy Veins right now. Drake and Nick, they're really trying to make a play. Sam is getting low. Ice Walk comes in. That Veins done onto Sea-Doo was very clutch. At the same time, beautiful ice wall keeps Nick frozen in place, not allowing him to get in position with his healer. Zhang is there now, finally connecting the prayer of mending and allowing Nick to survive, channeling out that shifting power, resetting some of those crucial cooldowns.
Smoke bomb on Drake. Doesn't really get anything, just a bark skin. Now they switch their pressure onto Nick, leaving 2 targets. Sam and Trill are actually topping the damage meter, but it feels like they're the ones falling behind, so likely they're just getting way better crowd control on Sea-Doo. They're running FCC actually right now. Sam is just consistently half health. Great down passing Trill overall. Starting to stay up. Nick doing gas guys. He gets gripped on the shot. Sam is getting cut down. Nick's going to shifting power. He's going to channel. Value. That. Big shot combo on Sam again. He's going to Nick. He's going to pop the barrier. Sheeping the barrier. Electric reaction. Steel crowd barrier.
Zhang right now into Polymorph. Nick's still in a little bit of trouble. Trill's there. Sam is there as well. Can they get another ice block out of the way? Oh, let's see if they can do a big burst damage and come in at the same time. Sam is getting low right now. Welcome to the Jung is ahead. They get both ice blocks out of the way. Can they get the ice wall? Full blind goes out onto Zhang. Ice wall goes down. Sam is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. The boy shift comes in. The gap in the wall allows CD to get there, get that off, but at the same time, Trill created counter pressure for his team. They get the Guardian Spirit overlapped with the ice block, and now Liquid back in the game. It is a very dangerous game.
It's a lot of damage. What is this damage on Drake? I can't believe he's actually still this low. He manages to walk away from it. And unfortunately, now they still have to get through another block. They are playing from behind. Liquid. I feel like Zhang Bahai is just like one kind of like drink opportunity away from tying in if that is even going to be an issue. Ringer Frost attempt. It's counterspelled. Polymorph gets polyed on his poly. Nice shutdown from Sam IM on Nick. Can't get C2 in crowd control. He's wrapped around to the opposite pillar to avoid it. He's going to send damage on Sam. He's ready. Guardian Spirit. A-OK. Drake reconnects. Mill's going in. Sam blinks forward. Zhang Bahai immunes it with a fade. Sam really wants to try and grab a polymorph, but he just can't. Cyclones from Drake, he's trying to fake. Nick is taking a lot of damage. To the middle of the map. From Mike. They do get the polymorph. Sam can be in trouble. Another smoke bomb. No trinket, no bark. Can they dunk Drake right now? Doesn't look like it. Polymorph. Pulling down Nick and force the second blow. Control. Can they manage to get it? We get a psychic scream. I do not see him will out of this. I think he's gonna will out of it. Should be able to get big. Maybe unless he gets counter spells. So I see the Sam around the board. Switch. They're going on the Feral Druid a lot more. Dangerous game he's playing. He pops Incarnation. Maim's not on Trill, but he's in bear form on his Incarn. He can't do anything. Can they keep the chain going? Oh, they get the full blind. Don't trigger. Drake's on the run. He's got Heart. He should be okay with Heart of the Wild, though. He should be able to heal himself up here. Nick gets swapped in. It could be the second block, and suddenly, out of nowhere, Liquid are taking control of the reins.
They are all over the place, going back to Drake. Zhang, what are you going to do? Your entire team is dying. The Chief Jock goes out. Drake could easily fall. I don't know how he's still alive. Nice double Dragon Breath. Now Polymorph comes in for Nick, trying to get the crowd control out to turn this game around. They have been on the back foot for a good minute here. Nick is just outright dead. Liquid is on fire. They're up 2-0. On the way from that grand final. I mean, that game was very dominant. The last 2 minutes of that game, that was all Liquid.
Deep regrets. It's always looking a little bit shaky, you know, in the beginning stage, but then they start getting momentum and they just don't like Trill. Trill's getting high. Enough damage to like to him a little bit earlier, which forced him into bear so he couldn't do damage, and then able to swap onto Nick to be able to close out the game. So really clutch from Liquid. They definitely came prepared here, and it's impressive how as a team as Liquid, they used to just be like a melee composition. And that's all we got. You can beat us.
Pretty long time ago.
Done so, but now they can play, it seems like, any composition that pops into the meta. It's not just the melee cleaves, it's not just the boomkin comps, they're also going toe-to-toe on these mage setups as well.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we see these teams do like a Ret Paladin? I swear we saw Ret Paladin or Demonology Warlock Resto Shaman mirrors in the finals. Like, these two teams have been going back and forth for a long period of time. Both of them are willing to just, whatever is the best, they're going to be playing it. So it's very interesting to see. Right now, it seems like the Outlaw Rogue is solid. I mean, anytime Trill can play Outlaw, it's looking good. He's just an absolute menace on this specialization. He has been for, what, since like Shadowlands?
Yeah.
Communication initiated.
Yeah, that's true. An RMP and double Outlaw Rogue. Sam, I am also quite a talented Outlaw Rogue. So I don't know if we're going to see any of those shenanigans, but Liquid confidently locking in the same composition. RMP, I mean, anybody who's been watching these tournaments, I don't know how you feel, Sid. I feel like it's probably the same as me. RMP seems like it is the composition key right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So welcome to the Zhang. It mix things up. They've set up a similar scenario with a large map, so they could easily just go through the same thing. Maybe they figured something out also after 2 games. You know, at what point should they be aggressive? Should Zhang behind be getting into the fight a little bit more on CU, or do they just want to play even more passively? Because it seems like they're playing really aggressive at the beginning. They force cooldowns, but then they can't close the game out, and then by the time they get the dampening, the cooldowns are back for Liquid, so it's like they've reset now from playing aggressive in the mid game.
Look at all the procs they got. Like, look at the deathlock here. We got Elemental Focusing Lens 420, Elemental Focusing Lens 420, Fate Bound Coin 520, Fate Bound Coin again, Fate Bound Coin again, Frostbolt Volley, which is the tier. I mean, we've got like what is that? Like 3 million damage, proc damage there. 3 million damage and procs in this final moment.
They're playing Ellie Shamans. That's normally the Ellie Shaman mechanic. They see that type of damage coming out, but yeah, they've got a lot of damage available to them, and Liquid is insane with Trill on this roster. Just Trill, no matter what he's playing, he is topping the meter. We've seen a lot of rogues struggle to keep up with the Feral Druids, but Trill is making it look easy here in the series. It's up 2-0, and Liquid will be our first finalist in the North American region, which I think by all means is an upset, because welcome to the Zhang are the reigning champions. They currently hold the throne in North America, so we're seeing almost a mirrored story between Europe and North America, where the top dogs are kind of getting smacked around in this first cup.
Yeah, Liquid definitely looking good, but these are close games. Like, let's not pretend that these are entirely one-sided. I feel like Liquid, they kind of have slow starts in these matches, but they bring it back in the mid game and the late game is when they are accelerating. So we'll see if Welcome to the Jung's going to be able to capitalize on that, or if Liquid's going to have an even better start. Starting off with the sap here onto Nick, Sam, and Sidu pushing into the midfield. Right away, Sam's going to push it, looking for a polymorph. He finds it, and they get a very aggressive opener here onto Nick, but Drake shuts it down right away.
Yeah, there's no pressure there. Sam could be on the... maybe not. Trill, big shatter. Huge heal from Zhang behind. He's struggling. That's a lot of damage at the moment from Trill and Sam. Sam is doing 1.5 million DPS in the opener here. Ice Wall comes down, but Nick's already behind the pillar, so great positioning here. They're going to go on Drake. He's already got Heart of the Wild and Bear, though. They catch him out of bear form. Nice catch on the Feral. They're blinking in for polys. They catch Zhang behind. They cheap shot Nick. Nick's going to blink in for the center field. He gets cheap shot again. Sam getting more. He can't. He's in a maim stun. Unfortunately, he's going to get gripped back by Sea-Doo. Liquid really just want to close this out, man. They just want to be sitting in the finals, chilling, watching everybody else flounder and struggle in the lower bracket. They don't want to have to grind it out in that gauntlet-style lower bracket play to try and pull off a win in Cup number 1. Only one more game to do it. We see a counter spell from Sam onto the healer. Cheeky play here. That means that if Nick survives, Nick may be able to make some moves here. Sam blinks forward. Sam is getting crazy offensive value right now. That counter spell into a full polymorph. Now he fakes every kick. He gets cloned though by Drake. Nice clone, but Trill is there with a blind, and that's going to force Shung behind a trinket. So Trill and Sam's teamwork on offense is solid.
Definitely looking really solid. Just as an entire unit right now. Sea-Doo still just in the back line, making sure Sam's nice and healthy so they can make plays. And Sam will get topped off. Nick taking quite a bit of damage here, and I don't know what I want to see Welcome to the Jungle do. Like, do we want to see them play a little bit more aggressively here? Are they playing too passive? Because it seems like Liquid, they are pulling ahead in the matchup slowly but surely. They haven't gotten a trinket from Sea-Doo. They haven't gotten an ice block from Sam. And we talked about how Welcome to the Jungle in game number 1 and game number 2, they had a much better start than Liquid, but in this game 3, it's looking even better for Liquid.
Any shot swap on the Feral Druid here, but a Comstor comes in on Sam from Nick, trying to keep pressure, but Sea-Doo's ready to deflect. Sam's blinking in offensively, counterspell on Nick, around the corner towards Shang Bahai, and Sam's feeling really confident. I feel like with that point advantage, he's playing way more aggressive. Gets a ring here, lands it, big damage, could force a block, maybe just dies. Master Spell, Smoke Bomb, Master Spell, insane combo, he's linked to midfield. They crush him through the barrier, he lands a knock, but he's still just dying. Zhang Bahai still controlled. Void Shift will be forced in that push as well. And it seems like now that Sam has that comfort of like, it doesn't matter if I lose, we still have some games, he's playing insanely well now.
Yeah, you really like to see it. Nick is going to be playing Blink as well, so it's going to be much more difficult for Nick to actually land like polymorphs out of thin air, as he doesn't have that Blink cast capabilities, but he will free himself from stuns. But it's really difficult to get away from an outlaw road. Basically, the Joker doesn't have to stun. Doesn't have to stun until you blink, and Nick might just die. It could be 3-0 here for Liquid. Nick might have to trade on the ice block. Drake taking some damage as well, but Welcome to the Jungle is just so far on the back foot. This is not looking good. Trill is all over him with a Blade Storm or Blade Flurry right now. Just really putting out a lot of damage. Bang, going for flash heals, but he's just lower and lower on health. Sam taking a huge bit of damage, but Sea-Doo with no crowd control on him. Easily tops it off. Sam once again recklessly winking in, looking for crowd control, looking to set up his team. Could potentially land a full Ring of Frost. Two shot out on the Jang. And Sam on the polymorph. Dragon's Breath comes in. Good denial. Bash now. Sam gets interrupted. Drake doing such a good job with defense. Really shutting down Sam there. That was MVP play. To actually find some sort of opportunity to counter assault. They're really not finding the openings here. Higher damage. Hit the target to make targets, getting decent pressure against them, but no control. Nice setup here. Oh my god, Liquid, that was clean. They get the polymorph. Sea-Doo's in position, but polymorph actually breaks early. It's really unfortunate. That was such a great setup if they could have changed that control, but that comes out of that. He's ramping up, getting some flurry cleave on the Feral here. Just trying to do as much damage as possible. Found into a main stun. The Trinket turning around. Ice Ball comes down. Big swap on Drake. He bark skins right away. Holy Ward up. A Trill is getting chomped. What was that out of nowhere? Drake and Nick turn up the aggression. Trill survives, though, with only the Guardian here. I think it's still Nick that's likely going to be on the back foot if Sam and Trill can keep getting control on Zhang. You get a bash on Sam from barriers. Back towards Sea. Zhang is starting to put up a fight now. Yeah, definitely looking good. But I like that ice wall from Sam. Nick tried to make an offensive play, and Sam just walled Nick off and kept Drake icing it. Kind of a decent play there by Sam. Full fear of the video. It is going to break, though. So I think he got the Shadow of Death on it. Full shot now on the Jang. Do they have any follow-up? Nick, damage there. He fakes the interrupt. It's going to be a full fear. Do they have the polymorph? Nick is in trouble. Trying to get fear down. Finally gets it. There is a trinket available, but Jang looking like he's not going to have to use it. It was on diminishing return. So now that he's free for crowd control, can he top off Nick? He's still so far behind. Big setup here onto Trill. They get the main. He's got no evasion and no vanish, but still has that cloak of shadows. So Trill, maybe a little bit of a vulnerability here, but I think they really still need to focus their attention on Sam and try to shut down these polymorphs.
Shot, Nick barriers. Rainforest on Drake. Sam gets the ring. He's behind the pillar, but Sam can get there. He's looking for polymorphs, but he gets intercepted. Drake is competing in the universe with dash in the name. He doesn't have enough of the ball. Nick's trying to find a pod. He's back in the ice wall attempt gets gripped by Zhang Bahai, but Trill was left behind. Big pressure from Drake, but he is carrying them apart right now. Drake walks here, but Nick gets blasted. Trill's pushing in. Cheap shot to Drake, solid defense there, but Trill follows it up with a blind regardless. Dragon's Breath on the Feral, polymorph, does he get it? He gets it. This could be a block or a trinket. Jump behind trinket immediately to get heals out here. Is it going to be enough? He fakes the kick. Killing spree comes through. He's polymorphing the road, trying to stall. Sam's in a bit of trouble, but he's back away from Drake. Needs to see his arms, but Nick is still low. Still small, so Sam with an ice block lead, but I feel like what's going to come with it. Nick's up here at any moment. Goldwood pushing forward. Gets a shot. Big cheap shot on the trinket. That's what's going to go for the MD power infusion. He's not going to go for the MD. He's going to save it. They don't feel like they can win off of it. How did you save the mana? Got some cooldowns that allow him to heal for the that just came up. They're back into it. Their backs are against a wall. It's not typical to see this in this type of position. Liquid are so close to just closing it out.
Liquid is looking good. Full stun on Jang. Damazam for the polymorph. Getting finally gets the Dragon's Breath. Nick is so incredibly low on health. He's going to have to trade that second Ice Ball. Quick to see to and Divine Him, or in Angel form, channeling out the Divine Him. Sam and Trill feeling confident to continue to make the push. Jang doing what he can to keep his team in the fight, but it is very difficult to get the kilos out right now. Samayam's playing all over him, looking for a polymorph. At the same time, Trill needs to be very careful. He's got to vanish. He's gotten to a stun, but Sea-Doo trades out his Guardian Spirit to keep him alive, and really just burning through mana. The one lead that Welcome to the Jungle has here is mana. If they can somehow just stall this game out longer, CV might just completely run out of gas.
I think that's likely. Survive. Still one more block. Still feral trinket. Sea-Doo has to quick overlap. Suddenly, I think this game is actually, it's falling out of their hands. Drake is doing so much damage in this game. Nick has finally caught up with other members as well. If they can top the meter, this far Sea-Doo has. He can't keep healing forever. They get a cheap shot to counter, but they need to close this game out here and now. Can Liquid manage to do it? Double Dragon's Breath connects, but Zhang behind there with Guardian Spirit, recovering Nick really rapidly. Frost open around the corner. He can't heal his teammates into a ring of frost. He will lose his close shadow. He's met by a ring stun. Massive damage incoming from Vanish. He is chomping the ice wall. Line of sight Sea-Doo. And Welcome to the Jung are not going to go out of this without a fight.
Really nicely done there. I mean, Welcome to the Jung, they were on the back foot, but played it calm, cool, collected, and eventually played into their mana win. And I feel like because Zhang was ahead on mana at this point of the game, Liquid felt kind of pressured to actually go for a win. Because, yeah, I mean, if they were playing passive, inevitably was going to lose the mana. They felt like they had to push in, and as a result, Welcome to the Jung really punished Trill. He couldn't get there. The ice wall came down. I don't know if he actually had the healing to keep him alive anyways, but I guess the ice wall was the final nail in the coffin.
Beautiful plays here from Welcome to the Jung. They did what I was kind of discussing. Like maybe they just survived. Dampen it out. That barrel will be able to clear the edge. That's the way to go. Although this is down and pressure the Drake. I got close. I'll be fine. Drake's up there.
I need to target something first.
Sit down, Trill. He's gonna just tear it.
That's the adaptation of this game, though. Is like I think Welcome to the Jungle wants to slow it down, and that's why Nick is playing Blink. All the other games, Nick was playing Shimmer. They're playing more aggressive. They're playing for CC, and maybe they realize, hey, our advantage is Drake does an insane amount of damage. So as long as we're living, we're kind of just winning the game. So that might be the strategy moving forward. Just allow Drake to completely carry in terms of damage. Nick can just play Blink as well as the Orc. So I mean, it's gonna be really difficult for Trill to actually lock him down. And if you're blinking out of, the meteors and comet storm, it's going to limit the burst that Samayam's going to be able to put out. So an interesting adaptation. I wonder if it's enough to swing the series.
Could be. But if we go like a small map, it'll be hard to do that. I feel like we're on a small map. Nick might have just died already.
What map we going to?
So point. Oh, they did. Hey, sometimes I'm right. Okay, I've been wrong a lot, but sometimes I get one. Sometimes I get one. Going to hook point. Overpowered barrier does so much damage for 1 minute. Okay, that was a little bit earlier on. But yeah, the Holy Fire executed the kill. A lance right when the cloak ended, so Drake just caught him right at the perfect moment. Just Trill thinks he's
nerfed,
okay with
okay.
cloak, and what's getting nerfed? The Holy Fire?
Oh, overpowered barrier.
Hey, by like what? 3%? So it hit for
Yeah.
800k.
Yeah,
Still
okay.
pretty decent.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's not
decent.
bad, that's for sure. I mean, it's literally, the name is overpowered. Like, so, I mean, you know?
And you want to talk about proxy in the last game? Let's look at this big winner right now for Drake. It's a double big winner for 1 million damage there on that final push with like the second that he needed that damage. And it looks like Sido actually got heals in.
Yeah, Serenity for 2.8
He literally
million.
just died.
It wasn't enough.
I was thinking the wall lined him and he didn't get a single heal, but he actually
Oh,
got.
he got some.
He got some heals. He still died.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if Drake gets to the late game, it's going to be tough for Liquid. So they need to close this out fast. They got to play fast and hard, and try and close this game out before Drake gets the driver. And that's what Welcome to the Jungle are known for. Just taking games deep into dampening, dragging them out with solid defense, and just winning on overall damage. So you can try and play their game, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's very rare that you're going to beat them at that. I think playing faster for Liquid is going to be important on match point here.
Yeah, that one was really important for me in my perfect prediction, so.
Oh, God. Man, is this rigged? Elbow to throw? Like, hey, Sidu, I need you to throw.
Hey, come, what? No.
I need my perfect prediction.
I would never, all right? But we are going into potentially the final game. Win, going to a small map. It seems like what we're seeing in these games, Welcome to the Jungle playing a much more defensive-oriented playstyle. And that's something we see from them often, right? Do as much damage as possible, survive the setup, kind of something they're incredibly good at, and play quite well. Liquid in this one, it seems like they have to be the aggressors. They need to get crowd control. They need to find setups to try to close it out.
Drake before he hits his dreaded range timer. This doubles everyone's damage and crushes Sidu's mana bar. Moving here into game number 4. We're going to game 5. Figured out their strat, but it'll be tough to pull that off on a small map like this. Trill's going to be able to get to his target quite easily. Sure, you can blink out of the stun, but if Trill's is immediately back on you, it's going to be that much value to you. So, dangerous game for Nick. I feel like it's all eyes on him. How can he navigate on this small map and stay alive long enough for Drake to
Didn't do it. 2 seconds before this game is underway. Liquid is looking really good right now for the finals. Welcome to the Jungle. Such an incredible team. And they're one of those teams that when you beat them, they come back even stronger. So even if they lose the series, there's a good chance they could come back in the finals and win the entire thing. But we'll have to go one step at a time. And definitely look at the top of the series.
Oh, we got feared out of stealth. That's really unlucky for Trill.
Not a great opener here. Nick taking quite a bit of damage as Sam and Nick exchange blows. Trill's finally rolling over, getting some shots here onto Drake. Big icy veins for both these teams. Big Frostfire bolts. Drake needs to be careful. Up in the heart of the wild immediately here, looking for some potential cyclones. So utilizing that cooldown more offensively than defensively, which you don't see too often in a matchup like this.
Nice polymorph on Jung Bahai by Sam. It's all about offense. Sam he's got to get in there, get crowd control, set up for the win. They go for blind. They cut him down through the barrier. He's got altar time. Can they purge the altar? Looks like he's going to use it early. Doesn't want to get purged. Jung Bahai's crossing midfield. Shot kills, meets him with Kid shot. Dragon Smash gets the ring around the corner. Cheap shot, big damage. Jung Bahai triggers right away. Stabilizing here, but now he doesn't have medallion for that void shift in the future.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to preemptively make some trades, use that Holy Ward. Sam right now, using the overpowered barrier, taking a huge hit of damage. Sidu gets interrupted. He might have to grip him and void shift him something. Ice Wall comes down. This is desperation here for Liquid. They do not want to throw away this game. They're up 2-1 right now. Dying to no cooldown. Liquid, but hold on. Nice fight. Samurai just a little bit. Pops his bear. Great. Hunting damage from Sam. However, still finally going to get over. So he actually moved his play style. Not playing a deep side anymore. He was coming around and looking for crowd control. So welcome to jump. Maybe mix things one up a little bit.
Spell here on comes through and should likely be able to begin to recover him. Decent damage coming up from the force a block with it, but it's not finding enough damage to do it. Drake gets counterspelled on the clone. Smoke bomb comes down on Nick with a cheap shot. Zhang Bahai is ducking into that smoke bomb. Be able to stabilize him. Cast eyes on Trill, trying to prevent him from blinding him so he can get away with on Zedu. Sam is stunned behind the pillar. It's so much damage from Drake. He's soloing Sam. He is just outright killing him by himself. He greeted it with the altar. He was at 1 HP and he greeted it. He rewinds back to midfield. I can't believe the greed on Sam, but he gets away with it.
Oh no, unfortunately he ice walls Trill off. He actually split Trill from his target there, defending him with that ice wall. Not ideal, but Sam, that was unbelievable greed. I mean, that is whatever, it pays off. Sam is still low though. He was forced to use the void shift to keep him alive. Right now, taking a little bit of damage. He gets a full polymorph on the Sea-Doo. Great crowd control comes in. Sea-Doo gets a cure onto Zhang. So Zhang's going to be free from crowd control, but down a cooldown. Nick really only has that ice block left. If Liquid can force the ice block, they're going to be in a prime position. Drake rolls over. He gets a full main stun. Dragon Club now on Drake from Sam, trying to slow down any extra crowd control. Good denial there. Throwing a polymorph on the Nick. Really slowing down the outlet there by welcome to Drake and allowing him to recover.
Killer gets the Dragon Club polymorph. Jump behind the it's on diminishing return though. Nice Drake stun. Drake is insane. Drake is definitely leveled up to the last 2 games. Before he gets walled off by Nick, he master spells it.
I am out of range.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Welcome to the jump. They're looking more and more confident in the match, but we've seen Liquid on the back foot before. That's what happened in game number 1 and game number 2. They were on the back foot. They managed to battle it back in this game. Both mages tied for 1 ice block apiece, but Drake gets the Cyclone on Trill. Now looking for potential crowd control here on the Sea-Doo. Can he need to get a stun into a Cyclone potentially? It looks like Sea-Doo is going to be avoiding it, just using line of sight. Drake gets caught into a cheap shot of his own, and now let's see what happens here between Sam and Nick. Both mages just throwing in lots of damage, trying to really get ahead of the match. Main stun on Sea-Doo. Sam blinks back, but it's a full polymorph. It lands. Sea-Doo forced straight out of the trinket to keep Sam aggressive, but that's a big win there for Welcome to the Jungle to get that trinket out of the way. If they can get the snap here from Sam, it's going to be massive.
And barriers to absorb the hit. Killer.
I must get closer. I require a target.
He gets counterspelled anyway. Quick counterspell. Cyclone is so fast when he's part of the wild up. Drake jumps forward. He gets a stun. There's no trinket. Sam's in trouble. Bring it across around the corner. Is Sam going to survive here? Zhang Bahai's on the left. Drake's on the right. He's blinking all over the universe. He's trying to get back to Tito. He's looking for another call. Sam's still on the run. Drake's ready to base. Drake is there for the clone. Drake is playing out of his mind. Ice Wall is likely going to come down here as well. He cheap shot it. Sam, I am surprised. He gets away with using nothing.
he did a really good job there with his alters, with his displays. His movement has been impeccable on Mage so far. Really good coordination there from the team. He's actually ahead on mana. This is big for the side of Liquid. Nick is pushing forward, but he's low on health. Can't be feeling too confident. But Sam at the same time is looking to block this counter block. Nick is messing around a little bit too much there. Casting Frost. It's just interrupted. Ice block is pushed for the wood chip. They could get more. The ice block comes in. And welcome to the junk. They have nothing left. 20 seconds left on that cold snap. They need the last 20 more seconds. Can they do it? Sam, though, so low on health. Cedar's going to have to pull off miracles to keep him alive. Drake working for a cyclone. 10 behind it. Smoke bomb comes down. Beautiful smoke bomb. Nice throw. Samurai is there. He saved the day. It's not going to matter just yet. Cheap shot now on the Zhang. They're a 3 seconds top of the game. Pulls out the icy band. Looking to get aggressive, but he could easily fall here today.
He got walled off from Sam. It's massive damage, and welcome to the Zhang taken to game 5.
Whew. I mean, these are very intense games. Teams, welcome to Zhang. They could battle it back. They're looking good in these games. Liquid, they made that incredibly close. I mean, both these mages are making some very greedy plays. You're seeing Nick, cast Ring of Frost when he's 10% health, like trying to fake out an interrupt. If someone has a free kick or something like that, you're in a lot of trouble in that situation. But Sandman with his greedy all the time, Nick with his greedy cast on Frost, it ends up paying off. And they tie it up. We're going to a game 5. And I'd like to say the KG.
I need to target something first.
Well, it's a bit better for the Feral Mage, though. I don't know. Died on that map every time. I don't know if you do it. I want to see it.
Good for the fans.
Good for the fans, man. Who wants Cage of Carnage right now? Like, who's a Liquid fan that wants Cage of Carnage Game 5? That map is super entertaining to watch. In
My
a
favorite
tournament,
map.
in a tournament setting, it's super fun to watch. I've experienced the frustrations of the map, but I understand the advantages that it can also provide.
I do not have a target.
Didn't kick in yet. Now he is just leading the charge. He's got great disruption. He's getting great damage out, and they're able to win games earlier and survive long as well. So I think Drake is he's feared. He's finally woken up from his cat nap, and now Liquid have to face the beast if they want to take
Enigma.
him down.
I don't see Enigma Crucible that much either. That's another map I actually really like.
So they're bouncing to a big map from a small one.
We're going back to Blink for Nick?
There's no way they change their comp, right? Liquid?
No, the games are too close.
They could do some crazy stuff, though.
Like what? What are they going to play? What are we going to do?
Too far away.
You're telling me you have Samaham on crossface and still on elbow road. Like, I think it is interesting. It's already interesting.
You know it's going to be RMP, man. Okay, let me dream. Mez comes in on a hunter or something, or an Ellie Shaman.
Like the classic Liquid Windwalker DK,
That's
Mez
not
playing unholy DK.
Why is that comp not good? You would think with how good Windwalker is right now that it would be.
I think you just die, unfortunately. Get clean by the Lost Mage and Outlaw and Feral.
Call it a Death Knight because they
I guess so, yeah. But they are getting some buffs.
Last man.
They're getting some buffs. I mean, there's a chance we see Mez next week. Possible.
Poor Mez, dude. Poor Mez. He needs his unholy DK patch. He's just been waiting. He's just been waiting. Like someday it's gonna come. I'm gonna get my chance. But
It wasn't last year. It was the year before. They brought Mez in for a finals, right?
I think they did. They played Rogue DK. It was a
They played Rogue DK against the move and won. So Mez got his win.
Mez wouldn't take the pillars and actually bring them up and down with the button. But that concept of moving pillars, I wonder if they can ever find a way to make it work. I
mean, imagine you're just. Imagine right now you're just a Marty Mustard runner and just take the middle, drop the pillar, the button. Yeah, goodbye.
I mean, maybe that's a way that you can slot in like a Nestor lock. Just pick that
Maybe,
map,
yeah.
you slot it in for a Nestor lock, and then do nothing.
That's true. I swear, I really want to know how many times this map has been picked in the ADVC. I feel like almost never. Flip
Enigma?
off and go to like Ashamains instead. Empyrean. Really?
All right. I feel like it's a bit easier to run laps on the outside of this map. Like what distance is on the outside but with melee
You know, one thing to think about going into this game that doesn't this game, final game of the series, I actually think in terms of like mental advantage, these battles will help you. You've won the last two, you're picking up momentum. With Liquid, they're thinking, we don't want to get reverse swept. Like, well, what's going on? Why are we losing? Like, that's all you're thinking. We were up 2-0. Are we really going to throw this series away? So Liquid's going to have to really focus up. But Sam and Sea-Doo taking quite a bit of damage here in the opener. Immediate divine hit here by Sea-Doo, trying to empower his heal. Looks like Sam should survive. As a result, looking for a nice ball here onto Drake. Take out Rasa at the same time. He's getting absolutely chunked here by Drake. Taking a huge hit of damage. Jank easily heals it up, but now into a polymorph. This is an opportunity. However, Chastise nicely done. Drake goes for the cyclone and keeps it back. Chastise shut that down.
but Drake's there for the bash. Chastise on Trill. Sam is isolated for another second. Into a cyclone. Drake is farming. That's going to get a trinket void. Maybe a block on top of it. And barriers again. He plays through the wall just in time to get back to Sea-Doo, but they are quite far behind as a result of that. No void shift for 5 minutes. Done some major cooldowns in that initial exchange, but a nice smoke bomb from Trill puts them right back in it.
Shot now onto Drake. Nicely done there by Trill. Really setting up his team. They're getting one ice block out of the way. A full polymorph lands. Can they get more? Would be big. Samuai's getting a little bit low. The overpowered barrier comes in. Both mages just playing right in each other's face, just throwing their wildfire bolts, looking for polymorphs, looking to bait out counter spells. Gemant throws in a nice little shatter combo. Massive swell of damage here on the Nick, but the full blind on Jank. He's actually opting not to trade his trinket, hoping the Guardian Spirit is going to be enough. Looks like it will be. Nick now looking for a full Ring of Frost. Shimmers over. Manages to find the crowd control. Trill's going to trade out his Focus Shadows to stay on target. Full stun now into Drake. Good backup there by Trill. And that will keep Samuai alive more than likely.
Sam turns Moxie. Get back to him. Now Drake is building up some damage here. Likely for Trill. Actually looking for a Cyclone. Trying to fake his kick. He can't fake him. Trill's in his head and the counterspell Nick at the same time. Big crack of damage. Drake can do a cheap shot. Another swap on the Feral Druid. Jungle High is there. He's actually just running into the enemy team. He's going to go into Angel form. get some big heals. And as the Holy Priest, you kind of have to use that Angel Form on cooldown because it makes all your healing free. So otherwise, you're going to fall behind on mana. So Cito's going to shove his Angel as well here to stay ahead on mana. We've got decent momentum. Nick blinks out a line of sight of the Angel to try and bait Sam. Sam's not falling for it, so Nick displaces back into the mix on top of Sam. Drake jumps forward. Cito fears Drake. Catch Drake behind the pillar. Ice Wall comes down. Insane catch here by Trill, Sam, and Cito, but not enough damage to be able to get a kill. Drake will recover, but Liquid are keeping things interesting.
Definitely. Let's see what they can do. Liquid just wrapping around the pillar right now. All three of them together. Drake charging forward, unafraid. He's got no trinket, no skin, though. Drake could be a good target to swap on. If they can get the crowd control on Zhang and catch Drake out in cat form or in caster form, they could drop him really, really quick. Here it is. Do they have the ice wall? Sam, I'm unfortunately not able to find the polymorph. Zhang ducks behind the pillar. They got decent damage there onto Drake, but it's just not enough. You don't have crowd control on the Holy Priest. He's going to be able to heal through it, so a bit of a rush setup there onto Drake, but now they're just putting pressure onto Nick. Drake rolls over, looking for a Cyclone. Nice Dragon's Breath. Oh, nice Blast Wave, too. Great defense by Sam I Am. He gets the Dragon's Breath on Drake, and then the double Blast Wave to stop the double cast. That was incredibly well done.
Very good defense. Now they need offense. They're turning up the heat. Zhang Bahai trades the Guardian Spirit. Nick should stabilize. They see that, and they're swapping to Drake. Is he going to bark skin here? He's trying to be greedy. It's not like a big cooldown commitment, so he doesn't want to bark skin. So this is smart from Drake to be greedy. He gets away with it. Nick is still rotting down. He's kicked on Frost on match point. Dangerous situation. Now he's counterspelled. Nick is getting pressured heavily, but Zhang Bahai is avoiding crowd control. As well. Pillar. Just out around the corner as well. Drake gets kicked on the clone. Just dog piled on top of each other right now. You could see like maybe possibly a blink counterspell also being the game-winning move here on one of the Holy Priests. Sam gets gripped back. The damage is coming his way. Drake is charging in. Trill's trying to intervene. Kidney shot. Another swap on Drake. He's going to trinket it. It's Icy Veins, but he gets walled. A little bit misaligned there. Drake got walled into line of his team, but Dick is on the back foot. It's a lot of damage on match point. Smoke bomb once again. Trill smoke bombs. One bomb gets a block. Second bomb gets a block. Trill, next bomb gets a win.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, these plays from Trill are quite good. Sam I'm right now getting bursted down. Nick looking for a play. Oh no, Sam! Needs to be careful.
Saved him, I think.
Yeah, that low clone. I mean, he's got the Guardian Spirit. Nice ice wall, but it looks like Cito's going to be able to handle it with the Divine Hymn. Sam I Am, the greedy plays once again. Nick might just die. Liquid looking to close it out and win this series and earn their ticket to the grand finals. Can they do it? The winner of this will be sitting pretty for the rest of this tournament. We'll have to see who can pull out ahead, but both of them want it. I mean, it's the first time we're seeing these two teams meet this season, and they've been back and forth in the past. This one will be quite the momentum gain moving forward in these cups.
Swap on Drake. Trill catches him. He's going to bark skin. Deep shot. Blink poly. Get it? He gets the polymorph. Nick's in trouble. No blocks. He barriers. He tries to escape. Drake is looking for Cyclone. Cyclone the Mage on the go. Sam has 2 blocks, though. I feel like they have to kill Trill. And Trill needs to be aware of that. I think he's a liability.
I do not have a target.
No evasion, no cloak. They catch him in a bash. They're swapping. Meteor comes down. Enough damage. Doesn't look like it. They're just walking it off. Still building up damage on Drake. Forcing him back in bear form. Denying his heart of the wild clone. Falling on Nick. Now they're swapping to Nick. Cito's mana is ahead of Zhang Bahai. Liquid are in a great position to win game number 5 at this moment in time. It's really just up to Trill. He cannot throw and go into a bad position. He gets a sap of Zhang Bahai, and Nick has to block. Is there a mass dispel? Trill is out of his mind this game. He blinds up Zhang Bahai. Still no trinket for 2 seconds. Cito's in position for a Psychic Scream. He gets it. Drake could just die. Trill is carrying, and so much crowd control. It's so much pressure, but now he's getting intercepted. Cito